I just got back from dinner with my man and I was thinking like I should really do a video because I want to talk about things that I'm doing in 2026. For starters, I found my church home. I found my church home in December of 2025. This is such a big deal for me because I did go on my church home search with some church trauma. So it wasn't easy finding my church home, but I'm so happy that I did. I'm not going to go into details about the church trauma and all of those things. Maybe I'll save that for a different day because I do want to talk about losing my religion. So that is something that I'm going to just talk about everything. So I'm going to save that. Speaking of, church, religion, and all of the things, this is my current Bible. However, I am switching over to this Bible. This is the She Reads Truth Bible. It's a Bible that I had been looking at, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to actually dive in. I got this Bible along with some Bible tabs. This boho theme is so cute. And honestly, I have not tabbed my Bible since I was 13. My very first Bible was a King James Version, and it was like a soft leather cover to it. And my mom gave me some tabs, and I remember sitting down at 13 years old just tabbing my Bible, and to me it was like the best thing ever. And I wanted my tabs to look like my mom's tabs because she was really big on like organization, and the memories, it feels good. It feels really good. And then I have these highlighters and some ink pens, so I'm actually really excited about this. And I do want to show you that in my Bible, they actually leave space for you to like take notes and for you to just, write some things down. I think that's going to be really good. But this is also an amazing Bible. Like, I really, really, really like this Bible. Like, I like it a lot. I really do. The only thing I do not like about this Bible is that it's paperback. That's my only complaint, is the Bible is paperback. I prefer either a hardcover or like a leather type of cover, but the paperback, I don't like it because it's easy to rip, so I have to be extra careful with it. Something else that I am doing is reading. I want to have my own library one day, an in-home library. In order to have an in-home library, I think you have to have like 1,000 books or something like that. I don't know, I have to do more research about it, but I think that would be really cool. I am so big on reading. I tried to get into audiobooks. I listened to a few audiobooks, but I'm not a huge fan of the audiobooks. The audiobooks I did listen to were really good. I listened to Will Smith, Kerry Washington. There was another book that I listened to that was by, I think her name is Jasmine. It was something like that. But her audiobook was really, really good. But other than that, I like to turn the pages. Like, and I'm really considering getting a Kindle. That's something I'm considering. But I'm a page turner. Like, I like to have the physical book in my hand. And speaking of me reading more, these are 3 books that I am committed to reading. Not just this year, but this quarter. So for Q1, I want to go through these books here, and of course I'm going to add more, but as of now, these are my top 3 books that I really want to just focus on. The Lethem Theory by Mel Robbins. I got this book last year. I started reading it, then I stopped, then I started, and then I stopped. So I didn't make it too far into this book, but I am determined to get this book finished in Q1. So I'm gonna let you know if I do it. I know I'm going to do it, but hold me accountable. This is a book that I started reading and then I put it down. When it comes to this book, if you are not ready for accountability, which I was not ready to fully take control of my finances. I was not ready to look in the mirror and be like, girl, you didn't need that $300 Target run. You didn't need that $500 Target run. And then when you do an $80 Target run, you're giving yourself props because you didn't spend as much money as you usually spend. But girl, I was horrible. So horrible with money. I will give myself credit for no longer being there. However, I am recovering from, being a retail therapy girl. It's hard. It's very hard. But at the end of the day, my bank account thanks me. When I first started reading this, I was like, oh no, girl, you in my business too much. You are in my business. But now, as like a full grown woman, I'm ready for that accountability. And like I said, I'm doing much better with my finances. I'm managing a hell of a lot better than where I started. So I think it's time. So yeah, hold me accountable for reading this in Q1. The last book that I'm adding to my Q1 reading list for 2026 is this, Communion. This is the very first book that I picked up by Bell Hooks, and honestly, I don't even know who Bell Hooks is. I learned about this book from Alex. She was posting about it on Threads. This is going to be my first read by her, and I think this is book 3 in her series. So I'm going to start off with the last book and I'll work my way back or go to book 1. I don't know. Hold me accountable. Something else that I'm doing in 2026 is picking up new hobbies, which I am so excited about. I really want to go to a pottery class. Like, I would love to do pottery, as well as I want to go to a live paint class. Like, I think it would be so cool to like just paint like fruit that's sitting in a bowl. I don't want to paint a person. Like, let me just say, my skills are not there. So like, if you put like fruit in a bowl, I want to like paint something like that. Like, you paint what's in front of you. So maybe that's not live painting, I don't know, but I want to do that. And I want to go axe throwing. I think it would be so cool to just throw some axes. And I want to golf. Not mini golf. I mean, mini golf is on my list, but I want to go somewhere like Top Golf. I'm also doing more solo dates this year. For me, solo dates in 2026 will look like going to the library and discovering new books that I want to read, doing puzzles, doing a picnic in a park, going to the Shade Aquarium. I love art, so going to like the Art Institute of Chicago would be like the perfect solo date for me. Art is such a beautiful thing. I love art so much, and I just like to, you know, see the world from someone else's perspective. I think art does that perfectly. It puts other people's brain into perspective. They go through a thought process as they are creating. To see what their brain was able to come up with is truly amazing. I know that this is going to be my best year because this is going to be my best year spiritually. I am stepping out on faith. I am trusting God's plan. I am trusting God 100%, and so far, God hasn't let me down. That's all I have for this video. I will see you in the next one.